That's that.
Loser.
I am totally a loser. And there's been a nuclear launch detected. Isn't that the dream? Isn't that the
Wait,
dream?
what? What? Wait, what?
Notification sound.
Oh,
My
well, that's less scary.
yeah, I have a specific. So like some people have specific ringtones or notifications for different things. So that way they know what it is immediately. I only have a couple. I have a specific one that is my family group chat, which is the Protoss or Protos, however people want to say it, saying nuclear launch detected, because my mother never knows how to shut up. So anytime she calls, it's like it's a potential nuclear bomb. Anyways, and then I got the Jawa sound for just general. And then the only person in the phone that has her own ringtone is the wife, so that way I know when to ignore the phone.
My friend, I'm all over the place. My friend, he used to have
are these some Freudian
the
slips
Empire.
or something? We got this.
I'm not apologizing.
You know who doesn't got shit, or who I worry about having shit? Actually, I don't worry about having shit, because this is actually what I've been telling them to do for years. HBO and their movie plan, and their yes, they admitted to the multiverse through things like the Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths through the CW, where you actually had Ezra Miller's The Flash show up, showing that sure enough it's all connected. But Mr. Hamada came. Huh?
Sorry, I was telling my dog to shut up or to stop playing something. Sorry, continue.
Mr. Hamada, Walter Hamada, who runs DC Films right now, came out and told the New York Times that essentially they're looking at big DC movies like your Wonder Woman, your Aquaman type stuff, your Shazam, Black Adam. Those are going to be theatrical releases in the future. They hope. We all hope.
Yeah, we all hope the theaters exist next year.
Right. And then he said that and then he said that that they hope by 2022 to be releasing 4 of those theatrical DC movies every year. At the same time, they want lesser expensive or riskier movies to hit HBO Max with two a year, as well as kind of copy Marvel, where they will experiment with spin-offs like Marvel's doing with Miss Marvel, and then she's going to be in Captain Marvel too. They're going to look at putting spin-offs on HBO Max, see how they do before potentially putting them up to theaters. What do you think about this plan? Do you think they can get four? Look how long it's taken. 2021, including Spider-Man, is going to be the first year we get 4 Marvel films in a year.
And we're gonna get like 3 TV shows too, or something in addition to that.
And eventually, not 2021, but by 2022, I think Disney also said they wanted basically every 8 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks, you're switching between a new Star Wars and a new Marvel show every year. So you would get 2 or 3 Marvel and 2 or 3 Disney shows a year, potentially on Disney Plus. But what do you think about this plan, man? He specifically said that he mentions Earth 1 and Earth 2. Earth 1 is the prime DCEU, Zack Snyder's Superman Returns, Theatrical Justice League, and then Earth 2 is The Batman. And didn't he consider Joker Earth 2? I think he said that.
There's
maybe,
no
maybe
way.
not. I might
I was
be.
like,
I might
that's
be
like
wrong
that's
on
like
that
Earth
one.
33 or whatever.
Maybe. But what do you think about this? Their idea, their plan. Do you think they can really spool it up and have it ready to go in quality by 2022?
I mean, quality is a subjective thing, so it's hard to say in that sense. But like, yeah, by 2022, yeah, because I mean they've been working on things. It's just a matter of, and you know, everyone missed out on a release last year. Obviously, Wonder Woman just came out. Was there another one that was supposed to come out this year, or was that just Wonder Woman? I feel like maybe there was one more, maybe not. But it doesn't look like there's going to be anything. Is there? You know what? I'm talking out of my ass. What's hitting next year? Is anything hitting next year from the DCEU?
One thing I think. What was their 2021?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Suicide
that's it.
Squad. So that's the one. I mean, yeah, they've been working on things. I mean, they've been working on The Flash for a million years. They've been working on Shazam. They've been working on. They've been working on things. And then, of course, we out of the blue got announcement about the Peacemaker TV show. So I'm sure there are plenty of other things that they're working on that, could be done. You know, they have plenty of resources to dedicate to this, and they are really committed to the success of this franchise. And yeah, I think it's totally possible that in 2022 they can get 4. It's just weird because right now, you know, we have Shazam: Fury of the Gods is 2023, Black Adam to be announced, Aquaman 2 and Flash are the only ones that are slated for 2022 at this point. So I mean, it almost sounds like those 4 movies are going to have to get shoved into 2022. I mean, they could do it. It depends on how good the scripts are. As I mentioned before, they've been working on Black Adam for a million years. They've been working on Shazam for less, but they need to turn that out quickly because the kid is growing up. So I think it's possible. They just have to, you know, prioritize things properly. And as far as the TV show, you know, we'll see. Once again, the Peacemaker came out of nowhere. None of us really expected that to hit.
And it's already fucking filming. They're like, quick, before you head back over to the House of Mouse, do us one more favor.
Exactly. So it's just really interesting. So yes, I think it's possible. Now, whether or not it'll be up to your standards is another question altogether. I mean, let me go through all the movies from the DCEU. So this is where I differ from most people.
Okay.
Man of Steel, I thought it was okay.
No, it's okay.
Batman v Superman Extended Edition, loved it.
Hated it.
Suicide Squad,
hated
stupid. It. Wonder Woman, loved it. Justice League,
it
was alright. It was alright. It was like, even the original cut, to me, it just felt, it was better than Age of Ultron, as I'll keep saying. More entertaining than that movie. Aquaman, I thought it was fun.
It was alright.
Shazam, I thought that was fun. Birds of Prey, I thought that was great.
Haven't seen it yet.
Wonder Woman, So, I mean, like, the only movie that I'm like, this is crap on is Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
For me.
Which rightly so. Oh my God, that movie was bad. I don't know.
I'm still waiting on the Ayer cut.
I had the Ayer cut. It might happen. Fans are getting more power by the minute, dude. Before you know it, the sequel trilogy really will be uncanonized using the what is it, the well between worlds or whatever, the time traveling place that Ezra uses to save Ahsoka in Rebels, when he pulls her out of the Darth Vader fight, saves her life, and basically gives us a living modern Ahsoka. It won't be long before Filoni used that to undo your precious Last Jedi. But you'll always have it, Jammer. Even if he undoes it, you'll always have it. So don't be mad if he undoes it.
All right. I'll be more annoyed at fans than anything else. Fuck you, fans.
Oh God. This is my only thing, and you, I don't know. I'm not sure if you've been following all of the Slack discussions on Wonder Woman, but 3 being greenlit so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So far to date, according well, not to date, it was in the New York Times article, worldwide 36 million for Wonder Woman 84. Let me see if Box Office Mojo has any updated numbers.
It's
They
like
got a service.
last time I
server
checked,
error.
it was like what, 16 million, 16 and a half million for like the weekend or something.
For the US, yeah. And like
Yeah.
30 something, it's 36 worldwide, but 16.7 million in America. And this article's a couple days old, so it might be a little bit more. But anyways, my biggest fear when I heard that they were greenlighting that, I was like, look, we still don't have solid answers on the Flash. You can't blame me for being skeptical about that particular movie and
The Flash
and
or Wonder Woman?
seeing it get off the ground. The Flash.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Like I'm skeptical about it making 2022. I really am. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next? Like you said, they've only got two films slated. The only other one they got in their back pocket is The Rock's Black Adam. I don't know what's on his schedule.
And Shazam.
And Shazam's 2022 or 23.
No, but I'm saying that's 23, but they could push that
They
up
could
if they
push
want.
it
Yeah.
push it up. Yeah. I liked Shazam a lot. But when it comes to Wonder Woman and them fast tracking this, they looked at how well it did in theaters compared to Tenet. And then they looked at hey, half of all HBO Max subscribers viewed Wonder Woman on day one. But then immediately they fast tracked the sequel, but all of the online stuff is very divisive, and we don't know that 36 million during 2020's pandemic, especially right now. We don't know what that's indicative of, because people, a lot of people are just fed up of being at home, so they went out and saw a movie. But would it actually make if this was 2019 and it released, would Wonder Woman be $1 billion movie if it was this divisive and only had a theatrical release? I don't know. So business wise, I'm like, why don't we wait on home video sales, PVOD? Let's, like, you guys see what this stuff is.
They have HBO Max. HBO Max, they have numbers there that we don't have access to. So they're working with more information, and they probably have ways of understanding why how much money are bringing in. So that's they have more to work on than we have. So we can't really say.
Do.
And speaking of calling the movie, you're calling the movie divisive, but I mean, it is. But like, it's no more divisive than Batman v Superman was.
No, but
and that movie, hold on, and that movie made almost $900 million. This movie had, its predecessor was a cultural phenomenon. So I think there's a good chance this would at least hit around the same as the original Wonder Woman if this was 2019.
Possibly, yeah. But I admit that. And
it makes sense why if they have more information, they have this past weekend, and they have HBO Max data. Now, whether or not they're coming to the right conclusions is something else altogether. But
that's what I'm saying.
But they have more information to work off of than we know, so we can't really say whether or not it's actually true. Whether or not they're making the right choice, like we can't effectively say that. All we could say is that Kyle didn't like the movie. The movie is divisive. Should they really fast track the third one?
Well, Kyle sees that the movie is divisive. Kyle knows there's a pandemic going on.
But that's also sort of anecdotal evidence.
Know.
Saying a movie is divisive is very anecdotal evidence.
Not when you.
That's super anecdotal. That's super anecdotal. That's anecdotal.
Okay, So you and I both know that most people look at Rotten Tomatoes wrong. They see a 65 and they think F. You and I are D. Right now, it's sitting at a 63% from the critics. That means 63% of critics said it was fresh, and 47 said, or 37 said it wasn't. I mean, it's not a 50-50 split, but it's a hell of a lot closer to 50-50 than I would like.
I mean, that's fresh, dude.
That's
Sorry,
divisive.
That's not divisive. No, that's not the definition of divisive. 65% on Rotten Tomatoes is not the definition
63.
of devices. 63% on
Dropped
Rotten Tomatoes
from 70 something to 63.
But my point is that that's not the definition of divisive. That just means that only 63% of critics recommended people see it, not divisive. I feel like you're reading into it a little too much, to be honest. Like, yes, I agree. There are some people who really don't like this movie, and there are some legitimate criticisms against this movie. But to call this movie like super divisive, I don't know.
No, I never said super divisive. I just said I think it's divisive. I also see a lot of. I'm not gonna go through reading them now, but throughout the internet, I've noticed a lot of. I don't like this. I don't like that. This was a problem. That was a problem. This could have been better. That could have been better. But I'm still going to give it a B and recommend it, or an A and recommend it.
That's basically what I said about the movie.
I don't.
Because to me, like, because the movie is maybe a little bit greater than the sum of its parts. Because if I can look at each individual thing, I'm like, yeah, this is not good. This is a problem. This is a problem. But for me, I'm like, but I was entertained the whole time, and I had fun. And this movie, at the end of the day, also has a 72% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
It does.
So, I mean, like, it's not Wonder Woman 1 in terms of how much people loved it. No doubt there. It's more of just sort of like an average, just totally normal. Yeah, check it out. It's fine. Like, why not? Like, I don't see divisive, personally.
Okay.
I see generally
I just feel worried about DC, and
you've been worried about DC from day one.
Forever.
They've been fine.
They've not
made money, mostly.
making money mostly.
Well, I mean, not all of them made money, but like pretty much they're in the black in terms of the money that they've made throughout all of their movies.
Yeah.
And like I said, like
and they never had
let's take a look. Man of Steel. I don't remember what that got. I don't remember how well that. I think that was definitely more divisive than Wonder Woman, I would say.
Man of Steel, yeah, it was pretty divisive.
But I think that was still
because people were, he killed someone.
That one got a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so then,
but it also had a 75 audience score, so that's not divisive.
Batman v Superman. I wouldn't call that divisive. I just call that panned. Same with Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad. Wonder Woman, very well received. Justice League, crap. Then Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, all very well received. There's been almost a 4-film streak since Aquaman about things. And even Wonder Woman, as divisive as it is, quote unquote, it's still got a 65% or 63% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's still got a 72% audience score right there. And it's did well enough to where Warner Brothers decided to fast track a third film. So
and they got more information than I do. Like I said, I sometimes see today with some studios, especially with the streaming stuff, it's just they're so quick to say we're gonna do this, and this. And Warner Brothers has done this before. Remember,
they did it with the DCEU in the past for sure.
Yes, where they were like, "Hey, bam, we're gonna hit you with this, and it's all gonna come out on this date and this date and this date and this date." And then nothing but fucking Aquaman and Wonder Woman happened.
Yeah, I mean,
or Shazam happened. That was it.
But at the same time, like. I mean, they're trying to mimic Marvel. Marvel does the same thing, and we don't bat an eye. So, I mean, to say that's inherently wrong is not necessarily like...
Let's see. How many movies has Marvel canceled versus
Well, I know
DC
that.
either
My
canceling
point.
or delaying.
No, I get that. My point is that saying something is inherently wrong because they're planning ahead.
No, I didn't say
Because
that was wrong.
hold on. But saying it's a problem that like, oh, you're worried that they're setting all these things, these dates in or whatever. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Track record, man. Track record.
Mm-hmm.
And then looking at
But also track record.
Warner Brother,
keep in mind there have been 2 changing of the guards since that track record was done.
That's another factor.
And since then they've been hitting their dates, with the exception of COVID. COVID notwithstanding.
Yeah. And that's another factor is we still don't have after the huge shakeup over at DC itself from the ground up, from publishing to movies and TV. I mean, just everything from that to the DCEU movies to Ray Fisher, just everything in DC. If I'm Warner Brothers, I'm looking at DC and I'm like, okay, we're doing good here. We did bad there, so we want more of this, less of that. But we need to come out and like, I don't know. I feel like fans might be in the dark too much here, and I'm not talking about individual movies. Like, we don't know. We don't know jack shit, and it's.
What does that mean?
We don't know what their actual we've got a vague idea of what their idea. We're going to use the multiverse. Okay, got it. So does that mean from here on out, no more team up movies except for those, specific, like Superman? The next Superman will only be Superman. The next Aquaman will only be Aquaman. Or what? Like, I don't know. What's the fucking plan? Who's helping plan it? Who's in charge of this, that, and the other? I don't know. They have so much information that they're not letting us know. It's hard for me to analyze.
I mean, but you just said they shouldn't reveal too much because of their track record. But then you're saying they need to tell fans about all of their plans so that they can feel comfortable about it.
They need to be clear about what is actually what is it, at least in the process of costume and set production, of pre-production. You know what I'm saying? Like, a greenlit movie, I don't want to hear too much about. Shit, you're actually already got people fitted for costumes and stuff. I would like to hear some stuff about that, but mostly I think when I'm trying to I guess put myself in Mr. Hamada's shoes, and I've admitted on Slack and admitted on air, I don't have all the answers. All I have are my feelings based on DC's track record. But what's weird is to hear me invested in DC, and do you know why I am?
No, I don't.
Excuse me. It was Shazam and Rock's Black Adam. Like, even though I find some of the stuff ridiculous, like we're gonna throw the Justice Society in there, which exists in CW's world in a funny way, but we're gonna throw them in there. Hawkman's in there, Black Adam's anti-villain, whatever. But it's the fucking Rock, so of course I want to see it. I have no interest in Jungle Cruise. I'm not a big Emily Blunt fan. Don't hate her. I just, I don't really watch a lot of her films. But I want to see Jungle Cruise because of the fucking Rock. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I guess personally, I just wish we had more information. Because now I'm starting to get invested in this. It was my idea to watch Wonder Woman, not Christine's. And she liked the first one. She said it wasn't great. She liked it. and I hated the first one, and I was like, Kristen Wiig, she's a comedian, she's gonna be a bad guy. The fucking Mandalorian's gonna be a bad guy. Let's watch this movie, you know. And I was just wholly disappointed. And then all this, even the fuck, it's what's his name? I almost said Highlander, not Highlander. John Cena, HBO Max, James Gunn.
Oh, Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Thank you. The fuck, it's Peacemaker. I almost said Pissmaker. Pissmaker.
I'm glad you made yourself laugh so hard with that.
They fast tracked the fuck out of that, dude. They were like,
they didn't
hey,
even fast track. They just said, "Oh,
they
we're
were
here.
like,
Let's may as well
build
do
sets. Do
Yeah.
it now. Like, holy shit. But I'm excited things about that. I got a question. I got a theory that it's a demon, a dancing demon. Now something isn't right there. I think I already made that joke. You don't watch Buffy. Shut up. Anyways,
No, I don't. That's why I'm confused.
I know. I got a theory that Gunn is going to return to DC after Guardians Holiday and Guardians 3. What do you think?
Sure. Why not? I mean, he's studio agnostic and he's in demand. Why wouldn't he go to different places in order to tell the different stories he wants to tell? Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to bring him back specifically for either A, additional Suicide Squad spinoffs, or B, The Suicide Squad sequel. I do see him coming back for certain.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah. That's it, man.
I don't know. I think the thing about the DC stuff, though, I will say, it's just I feel like we have to be careful just to as far as what we're. It seems to me like you just want to know everything because you're a fan, of course. You're like, they need to tell us everything because I want to know everything, and understanding that telling us everything isn't always in a studio's best interest because as you mentioned before, plans change all the time. So it's like you're sitting there, with your pants down for everyone to see.
My pants are up.
Oh. So it's just like that's not in their best interest to tell you much of anything. Marvel, they have the whole system down, but theirs different. That's a producer focused
and that's another
system. This is a director focused studio at this point, and they're letting each director kind of show like a vision and tell whatever story they want to tell. Versus Marvel, yes, you could tell whatever story you want to tell, but it kind of has to fit into what they have planned in some way.
XYZ, yeah,
right.
Yeah. And that's another aspect.
So it's like you can't necessarily compare. And it's like I don't want people to think like, oh well, I am a fan, I deserve to know. No, you don't deserve shit. Sorry,
no,
like you don't deserve anything. You don't need.
And
anything.
I'm not, and I don't even mean like. Most of the information that I'm wanting is more on the business side of things than the movies themselves. Like, I've already got the titles of the movies that you guys want to do. I got that. Now, tell me as a shareholder, as a board member, tell me as an executive producer that's going to be working on some of these movies.
Of which you are not. Of which you are none of those things.
I'm not. I'm saying if I were, those are the types of things that I want to know who to make me feel settled. And then, yes, there's the fan aspects of the quality of the films, but we won't know until we at least see trailer. Like right now, based on trailer alone, The Batman looks like very easily could become my favorite Batman movie. Looks like it could very easily become that. And my favorite Batman movies Returns. I like I like Burton's. That's just full. They were like, "Oh, you made us all this money with Batman. Do whatever you want with Returns." They regretted that, I think, but I liked it.
Did they regret it? How did that movie do? Did that do well?
I don't know if Box Office Mojo's back up. Does the numbers go back that far? I
think so.
They do.
I mean, I think they backfilled them. So, budget $80 million, made $45 million domestic opening, and went on to make $162 million Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. But
I don't know if I don't know if it was profitable worldwide. Oh yeah, 266 million worldwide.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So I like that one, but this one looks like it could be he better. And if we get the Flash in 2022, it's going to be really fun to see whenever the next Crisis, and I don't mean DC version of Crisis. I mean the next as they say in the Marvel universe, Avengers level event where they're going to need a team up. I'm really kind of excited to see the Flash, whichever version, whoever's playing him, whatever they do, but to see a Flash, a speedster, breaking the barriers and assembling a team of heroes between the different Earths. This is the smarter move, but by DC to do the multiverse thing. And I agree that it's also a smarter move to focus on individual franchises. It's just I really worry about their ability to get it all done in the timeline that they have set themselves, simply based on track record. But that's not that big of a deal because, like you said, they're making money. Warner Brothers, as far as the studio's concerned, they're a lot like Sony and Paramount has been with some movies like Amazing Spider-Man and the Ninja Turtles with those two studios. Both made a profit but weren't great, didn't do amazing with audiences or critics, and then they were like, oh, we're going to make a sequel, and both franchises died after that sequel. So, but they were like, oh, it made a profit. Yeah, but not much, and people really didn't seem to like it. Oh, but it made a profit. So anyway, things like that just make me always worried and skeptical. But anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I wish Warner Brothers all the best luck in the world, and I just looked up Wonder Woman on the numbers updated. 85 million worldwide, 16.7 domestic, 68 international. So not too shabby when you've got new mutations of the virus in a couple countries. And I think that is a sign that people are fed up of being at home, and that they're putting on their masks, hopefully, and going out more. Whether that's good or bad, we'll find out, I guess. But best of luck, DC. You guys can find me at @ThatKyleMalone on Twitter. Check out our website, LRMonline.com every day. YouTube channel, subscribe. Please, guys, we need subscriptions. Do it. You know you want to. Lots of great stuff there. And the podcast network, wherever you get your podcasts from. Jammer, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at JamTheWriter, and my book's under the name AJ Cerna on Amazon and Audible.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Later.